Hey everyone, this is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here and let you know how my trades went this week. So on Wednesday, we had this really hard pump in the markets in general. I've got ticker DIS pulled up here, or Walt Disney Company, and you can't see we had this big rally here. So Disney pre-market was trading around maybe 89.60, 89.70 level, and then we had this big move up here. It moved from about that 89.5 level or so all the way up here to almost 93. So that was a really hard move and a really hard pump. And when I saw the markets kind of cook like that and rip really hard, I decided to go out and sell some calls. So one of the things I sold was a call on Disney. That was the first trade I made on the 4th, and I ended up selling the 95 call for $24. And we had a pretty good pullback here, and then we had a pretty good rally on Friday, so we actually broke out to a fresh high here, but you can see it did not quite make it up to that 95 level, and then it peeled back pretty nicely. Looks like it closed around 93.92 at the end of regular trading hours, so that was a max profit trade for me there. I also went out and sold a call on Tesla. I believe Tesla had a massive pump that day as well. Let's take a look. Yeah, we had a pretty good move up here. You can see bouncing off the bottom line here for linear regression on Tuesday, and then went on a pretty good rally. So from that Tuesday point, trading around $105, ripping all the way up here to about 115, almost 115. So that was a pretty hard pump, so I felt pretty comfortable going out and selling a call on Tesla. And what I sold there was the 125 call. So I think it was trading around that 114, 115 level. That's when I sold the call, the 125 call for $51. And I was like, yeah, if Tesla pumps all the way up to 125 by Friday, I'll take the loss. But as you can see, it never really made it back above that level. We had a challenge here in pre-market on Thursday. Big sell-off here. We had the news come out about the price cuts. So we had this huge sell-off here pre-market, but not a lot of volume behind it. And then, when the markets opened, we also got the news story coming out about how the prices being cut, I believe in China, really made a lot of people show up and buy. So sales surged, and you can see this thing just ripped. So touching as low as about $101, ripping all the way back to about 115 on Friday. So that was a crazy pump. We had a lot of buying volume come in on Friday. So yeah, even with this massive explosion here, because we had this big move down, that 125 call never even got close to being tested. So that was a max profit trade for me there. And then we also had Boeing was another one I played. And this one I actually took a loss on, but it was a very small loss. And actually, if I would have closed out of this thing early in the trading day, I think the call was only worth like $2 or $3. So I probably could have got out with like 95% profit or more. But I just didn't think it was going to get tested. So on Wednesday, I sold the 212.5 call. So again, here you can see this big explosion on Wednesday. So just seeing this big move here from about $194 all the way up to 202, 203 in one day. I was just like, man, this thing has got to cool down a little bit. And it did. It kind of trekked sideways here until Friday, went on this massive explosion. And I was kind of watching the thing late in the trading day, just trying to figure out if it was going to just cool off a little bit and hang below that 212.5. I was kind of hoping it would just finish at that mark or a few pennies below it at the end of regular trading hours, and I can just let it ride. But it pumped super hard. You can see it got up here to 213.29 right after the market closed. So I sold that call originally on Wednesday for $33, and then I had to buy it back for $37. So that was just a very small loss of $4. But as soon as I closed that position out, I went out and sold, I think, the 10 Delta call for the following Friday, which is now the 227.5. So after this huge rip here, you can see from 187 at the beginning of this 15-minute chart all the way up to 213. Yeah, I'm expecting this thing to cool off a little bit, and we'll kind of see how the 227.5 works for next week. So that was my only losing trade of the week, and that was a $4 loss there. And then the only other play I was in on was MicroStrategy, so ticker MSTR. Same thing, Wednesday, insane explosion. Like here in pre-market, we're trading around 146, 147. and then we make this move all the way up to 164. So that was pretty insane. You can see at the very end of the day it hit almost 166. So after this massive explosion, same thing, I was like, profit taking is going to happen, this thing is going to pull back. And you can see that was a great call to sell there and a great short entry, because this thing never even made it back to that level. And what I sold there was the 177.5 call, and I sold that for $59. So that was a good max profit trade there. So overall, very good week. Only one trade went against me, and it was just a couple dollars of loss, and all the other trades were max profit. So I'll continue to keep you guys updated and let you know how my trades are working out. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.